течение ночи быстро течено, молчание ночи быстро течено.
Hello everyone, welcome to Run for Lives, and today I'll be talking about the Drake situation that transpired about 2 weeks back when he released his Dark Lane demo tapes mixtape. Now before we get to the situation itself, here's some backstory. Drake is the Michael Jackson of our generation, not in terms of talent, but success. He's broken so many records, won so many awards, and is just the biggest artist in the world right now. Ever since 2010, all of his commercially released projects have debuted at number 1 on the Billboard 200. This includes all 5 of his studio albums, 4 of his 7 mixtapes, and his Care Package compilation album. That's 10 projects in a row. So it was only right to assume that Dark Lane demo tapes would continue the streak. But to a lot of people's surprise, he debuted to a number 2 spot. Before we get to just who beat him to the number 1 position, let's see what this mixtape achieved for Drake. There's no use going through critical reception, because Drake hasn't cared about that for years. So long story short, it got mixed reviews. What's really important here is the commercial reception, which was of course massive, but just another release week for Drake. Prior to the album's release on May 1st, Drake released Chicago Freestyle and When to Say When as a double music video on February 29th, but not officially singles, but they did cause some buzz and got people talking about a possible Drake project. He released the lead single Tootsie Slide on the 3rd of April, which debuted at number 1 on the Hot 100, making Drake the first male artist to accomplish 3 number 1 debuts on the chart. Added to this, all 13 of the other tracks from the mixtape also made it onto the Hot 100, including the highly anticipated but ultimately disappointing Pain 1993 featuring Playboi Carti, which debuted at number 7, making Drake the tied record holder with Madonna for the most top 10 hits on the Hot 100, with 38 songs. After all this, I was surprised to see that it only pushed 223,000 units first week, but this is Drake. No one's gonna outsell him first week, right? Well, thanks to Kenny Chesney, I guess Drake isn't as unstoppable as we thought he was. Kenny debuted at the number 1 position with 233,000 units in the first week for his 19th studio album, Here and Now. Now if you're not aware, I'm sure you're asking, who is Kenny Chesney? From my limited knowledge of him, I can tell you that he's a highly successful, highly respected country music icon. He's been releasing consistently since the 90s and has sold over 30 million albums worldwide. So, how did he beat Drake? He has diehard fans to thank for that. Now don't get me wrong, Drake has his diehards. He's been here for a bit over a decade, but Kenny's got 26 years of being one of country music's shining stars. He's released 19 albums, 15 of which have either been certified gold or platinum by the RIAA, and that's not including compilation albums or live albums. Kenny was highly successful in a generation where fans had to leave the comfort of their homes in order to show their support for you. It's more likely for fans like that to stick with you than fans you can attract today through streaming. No offense. So it's no surprise Drake beat Kenny in streams, but got totally smoked when it came to pure sales. For those of you who don't know, pure sales is the number of times people actually bought the album, and doesn't include streams. For Drake, out of 223,000 units, only 19,000 were pure sales, while for Kenny, out of 233,000 units, an astounding 222,000 were pure sales. So it's pretty clear to see why Kenny got the top spot. Now some might say that it's not that big of a deal, he didn't promote it a lot on purpose, it's only a mixtape, it's just a warm-up for his next album, it's a bunch of leaks mixed with some new songs. But then, that would mean that it's his fault. Drake thought that he could get away with another number 1 by putting together a project full of average tracks, but got stopped by loyal fans and a way better album. By no means am I saying number 2 is a bad chart position, but this is Drake, the biggest artist in the world. Since when has that title and stature not been enough for him to go number 1 in the past? He had a number 1 single. What did Kenny have? Not so much as a top 50 Hot 100 single, and yet he still beat Drake. In the end, the better album won, and I agree 100%. I just hope Drake puts more effort into all his projects from now on, and doesn't try any reckless stunt like this again. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to know when I upload next. This has been Renfro Lives, and I'll see you all next time.